Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you can see and hear us. Please let us know if you are watching live, just so we know that we've got no technical issues. Pip and Michael here again today for our draw along, where we are going to be creating an Alicorn. If you're not sure what that is, don't worry, I'm going to explain in a second. I've got 3 reference pictures today. So you might have seen these in the discussion tab on the event page. If not, you should be able to find them now. Also, you can use your own reference pictures. Michael's decided he didn't like my reference pictures, so he picked his own versions of them, which is completely cool as well. Hi, Mel. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Pi. I'm assuming that means that you can hear me, which is awesome. So this is going to be even more of a challenge. I think this whole term has been challenging because we're merging pictures together, because we've got 3 different animals this time. So we are obviously going to be using the horse as a reference image, and we did draw a horse last term, was it? Did we draw a horse last term? I feel like we did. We did domestic animals. Yes, we did. So, but this time we're going to be doing the whole body, not just the face. We are going to be using the wings of a bird. I've chosen a pigeon. I think they're quite underrated as an animal, but also I just like this particular reference image. It gives me a really clear idea of the feathers, the flight feathers, and I want to be able to show that on my alicorn. So that's why I picked that reference image. And then the narwhal for the actual horn. I'm assuming this is where people got the idea of unicorns and alicorns from, is when these narwhals shed their horns. Or do they shed them? I feel like they do. Or they lose them and they wash up on shore. Maybe at some point in history, people are like, whoa, what's this from? Where did it come from? Perhaps it was came from a horse, as you do. Hi, Mark, and hi, Emily, and Freya, and Jill as well. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to be doing things slightly different today, because when I've been reflecting on my own art, if you're here last week, you would have heard me say it's good to reflect on your artwork. It's good to get feedback from other people as well, because you can continually get better and better, and because you can't ever be finished with your art in terms of your learning journey. You can always get better. So when I've been reflecting on my artwork, I've decided this term, I haven't been too happy with the way my animals look like 2 very separate animals. I want to try and blend them together a little bit more. So I'm going to be changing things a bit on this drawing by changing the colours I'm using. I'm thinking I'm going to keep my horse white, and I'll explain why in a second, and it's linked to what we know about alicorns as well. So I'm going to, change and adapt from my picture a lot more than I normally do. The other thing I noticed, I was just talking to Michael about this, I can only draw my animals facing that direction. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but pretty much every drawing I've done, they are facing to the left, and I don't know why that is, but I think I've just got into the habit of that. And I think for joining us as well. So should we get started? So what I'm hoping to do today is actually spend a bit more time on getting the format of the animal correct, so the actual shape of the body. And what I keep doing as well is running out of space on my page, so I'm going to really focus on trying to make sure I can fit everything in. So because I'm going to have a long horn and wings in here, the horse is going to be fairly small on my page, which is a challenge for me, as you know, because that's something I always muck up. So I'm going to just start this time by just drawing in the initial shape of the horse. So we'll start with the head, because this is a really rough sketch, just to make sure that I've got enough space on my page. Now already I think I've gone too small. It's going to be really difficult for me to fit everything on, to get the details in. I think I'm going to be using this a lot today, aren't I? Let's try again. So I'm going to try coming over a bit more. So if I'm leaving space for a horn, I'm going to say the head's going to be about there. The neck's going to be here, and the body. And I'm just going to fill the page by having really big wings, I think. So really rough sketching. I'm really looking at the reference picture just to get the shapes. I'll go back in later and get all the details. This is just the initial body shapes. It's very rough and sketchy. Doesn't matter if there's mistakes. I can clean it up and tidy it as we go. So you could, with your alicorn, obviously have different patterns or coloration on your horse, the actual body of the alicorn, and the same with the wings as well, which is what I'm thinking about. So Joe very helpfully looked up some alicorn facts for us, and this is why I'm considering keeping mine white, because an alicorn is traditionally believed to be white in colour, apart from the boys. the male of the species where they are considered to be white, but with blue tips on their wings. And when I looked at my reference image of the pigeon, I thought actually what I could do is take the wing and turn, so you've got white anyway, it's predominantly white, but the tips are grey. So if I just change those to blue, then hopefully I'll get a more realistic looking wing that will match with the rest of the horse. So I'm hoping for. Let's see if we can do it. Now, I'm just doing the head and the horn. Well done. Good morning, Joe. Thanks for joining us. I'm just going to take a sip of tea because it's, I know it's 11 o'clock, but it feels really early to me. Michael's already drawn the horn and everything. He's got way ahead of me because I was rambling too much, wasn't it? All right. You learn everything you know from me, though. Let's point that out. So now that I'm okay, I'm all right with that shape now. I'm going to go in and put the wings in. So this is what I mean. I think in the last couple of weeks, I've sort of rushed this part and not got the actual format good enough, and I've not been too happy with it afterwards. So I'm just going to spend some time trying to make sure I'm happy with the format before I go in with the finer details. So my reference image shows the wing at this angle, but that wouldn't work on my horse. So I want to go that kind of way. In fact, I'm just going to turn the screen. Why not? It'll make it a lot easier for me to do. Hi, Erin. Thanks for joining us. So now that I've turned my screen, I can see the angle of the wing a lot better. It's going to make it a lot easier for me. I think I've said before, I do struggle a little bit with feathers and birds because there's so much symmetry. It's less, although it's an organic shape, it's a lot trickier, I find, to get it right. Again, I'm going to put this basic shape in first and then go back. So I'm going to get the other wing in as well, because that's showing. There you go, Michael.
I don't like the wings.
I heard a frustrated sound that I can appreciate because I'm in the same boat. So we want to make sure that those features are just right, because obviously it's a big part of how you make an alicorn. Or you could opt not to use the horn, and then it's just a Pegasus. So a winged horse is called a Pegasus. A horse that has the horn but no wings is called a unicorn, and then this one that has both is an alicorn. So I'm all right with that. I think that's okay. That's all right as wings go. Joe's got a comment here. We found a great tip for joining body parts. Think about where the joints and joints are on the base animal. Oh, that's a good point, Joe. Thanks. So I'm thinking that if the shoulder of the horse is here, then the wing should be in line with that, really, shouldn't it? Is that what you mean, Joe? Because that would make sense, wouldn't it? Let's try that. Got to be where to go. So I'm guessing that the shoulder's there. So I'm going to join the wing there. Good tip, Joe. Oh yeah, Joe just said the shoulder on the horse. That's exactly right. So these are all. This would be detached from the body. The feathers would be detached. It'd only be attached here, and then these would just be loose feathers. So that doesn't have to join up to the body at all. Cool. I like it. That was a good tip. Right, I'm just going to move my picture in shot again. Now let's work on the horse's head a little bit more because he's just a blob at the minute. I'm going to enlarge my picture that I'm working from, make it a little bit easier for myself. So this is really alien to me because I'm working on a much smaller scale than I'm used to, so it's harder to sort of get the details in the time we've got as well. I'm going to give it my best.
My wings look terrible.
I think you've gone too spiky on your wings. I think you need to round the corners a bit more. I'm just going to sketch in, again, rough sketching until I'm happy with the general form. Have I gone too big on this head? Quite possibly. No, that works. That'll do. And he's got the mane as well. I'm calling mine a he because I'm going to make this a boy, so that I can get the blue tints in as well. Doesn't say what type of tint blue though, whether it would be like a dark blue. I think I like a paler blue to go with the white. And now I'm going to quickly flick to my narwhal to try and get the horn in. So with the horn, you're not just drawing like a long triangle. You want to try and get these little grooves in as well, and they're sort of spiraled around. That's what the detail I want to try and add in. So I'm going to start with the general shape, and obviously you can have a short horn, you can have a really long horn like the narwhal. You don't want it to be too thick, because if you think about it, if you want to try and make this realistic, if this was a real animal and it had a massive, great big thick horn on its head, it'd be very difficult for it to lift its head, wouldn't it? I've got the basic shape there, and then I'm going to go in with the grooves.
I feel like I've done my wings too big.
No, I think that's good, Michael. Keep going with it.
I was meant to do a mane though, so I'm going to use the horn.
To make room for the mane.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to try and get this eye in. And some of these. I know when we drew the horse before, we looked at the sharp angles on his face. So try and apply that from what you did last time when you drew the horse. They're quite definite shapes and angles. And it's the same throughout the whole horse's body. When you look at the reference image, it's very sleek, it's very muscular. We want to try and show that. So if we draw too fuzzy and rounded, you'll lose that from the horse. So you want to be quite defined and definite about your pencil marks. I'm going to keep the horse's nose stripe, and obviously it's shown as white on the reference image. What I'm going to do is that's going to be the blue aspect as well. So I'm going to bring the blue, not just from the wings and the tips. I'm going to keep his nose stripe. I'm also thinking I might add it into the mane and the tail as well. Hannah's already on the mane. So I'm thinking today I'm going to be spending less time on shading and much more time on the actual form and shape of the animal. Now I know that head is already too big for that body. So I'm going to see if I can change maybe the legs to make them a bit longer. Actually, I think that's correct. The legs I've tried to squish in. So I've still managed to do it. I've still managed to run out of room on the page. Well done, head. I'm a work in progress. See some more Joe facts that she has shared with me, so I can share with you. So, in history, the Pegasus and unicorns are often depicted as white with feathery, soft wings, and they're normally considered to be like the good guys, whereas the Alicorn are not so much. I'm sure I read that. Let me just find that note. Yeah, some myths and legends portray the Alicorns as symbols of darkness.
I can't find my gold.
You didn't know you had a gold pencil. That's quite impressive. Can I see Michael's drawing?
Okay. It looks like jelly.
Looks like jelly. That's Michael so far. He's drawn the other way. This is something I can't do. I'm quite impressed. I don't know why I can't do it. I'm sure it's just habitual. But well done, Michael. And I'd say your proportions are better than mine right now. So I'm going to try, as I add in the details, I wonder if I just will naturally adjust my horse proportions as I go. You often mix your mediums though, don't you?
Yeah. Now which one going to?
And with the horse, you can really see each individual joint in their legs. They don't carry much in the way of fat, do they? It's all, again, really muscular, lean, and you want to try and keep that definition in each aspect. So yeah, I'm going to run out of room. Rather than me trying to squeeze the horn on, it's going to go off the page because otherwise the proportions just won't look right. Maybe I need to get some bigger paper for these.
I really run out of paper.
Just zoom out. We'll get you another pad, won't we?
Yeah. I've got a few pages left, like that 12 maybe.
I don't want to do what I did last time. Get to draw along, go, oops, I've got no paper.
Mm. Mm.
Good job, Michael, Erin says. Wow, very good. Well done.
I don't like the wings.
You're not happy with the wings. Keep working on them. This is, like I say, I mean, horses, I think, generally are very tricky to draw because there's, like I say, it's not a lot is hidden by fluffy fur or anything. It's all, you can see every line and detail. So if one isn't quite right, it can throw everything off. So you want to sort of spend some time adjusting things until you're happy with them, like I'm doing. And you guys, obviously, if you need longer to shade, you can carry on after the draw along's finished. You don't have to finish at the same time. Dead on 12. I think, you know, it's silly, isn't it, to try and schedule, oh, this picture's going to take me this long. Like, I don't know how long really it would take if I was doing this freely, if I wasn't timing myself. I'd probably spend a good hour and a half to 2 hours on any of my drawings. That tends to be. But I wouldn't give myself a time limit more ordinarily. Okay. My Alicorn looks like a baby because it's a bit too small. Oh, that's cute. So if you're doing a baby, remember to make the eyes bigger because I'm sure I read that basically any animal is born, or any mammal at least, is born with their eyes at full size. So that's why babies look cuter, because their eyes look bigger proportionately to the rest of their body. So if you keep that feature bigger, it shows it as a baby and makes it look more cute. So now I'm going to go to the wings to get some of these details in. I've avoided doing this because I struggle with wings, but it cannot be. It's not going to be a very good Alicorn without some details on the wings. As a side note, for anyone who is on the Twinkle Home Educator Facebook groups, they are running a big home ed conference this week for any parents that are listening as well. But as part of that, they ask for home ed businesses to get involved. And so we are running a competition through the Twinkle Home Educator site for you to design a mythical creature, funnily enough. Seems to tie in with exactly what we're doing, and there's some big prizes again. So again, so there's free art goodie bags that I've got hanging up behind me right now. I know you're going to have a rummage in them now, won't you, Michael? And then also again, like with our photography course, we're giving away a whole fully funded course as well. And there was a couple of other prizes, I believe. I think it was £250 voucher and £100 voucher for the courses. Wow. Yep. So if anyone was thinking about signing up,
I am.
Or even not, you know, because the goodie bags are pretty good. There's about £50 worth of art goodie stuff in there, including watercolour pencils. Then have a look at their Facebook so that you can enter on there. There's a few terms and conditions, like like and share, liking their post and page, I think. But have a look at it's specifically the Twinkle Home Ed site. There's two I noticed. One has got the lives in. The other bigger group, it's got 25,000 members in it. That's where the post is. It went on this morning. So just scroll down and you'll see Technology Triumphs on there.
Can I join?
Can you join? Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you know, we're drawing mythical creatures right now. So the competition is to design your own mythical creature, which we're going to be doing in a couple of weeks anyway. But I would definitely say worth an enter.
I really need some more art stuff.
You need some more
I
stuff.
need more.
Yeah, everybody needs more art stuff. You can never have enough crafting and artic materials. I know Joe would agree with that.
I'm so happy. See what this is.
And then these shorter flight feathers here. And then on the back wing, it's not the back wing, you know what I mean, it's on the side. You can see slightly less. We're doing for time, 20 minutes in. Not too bad,
Wow.
not too bad.
Really?
Yeah. Emily and Fraser, they've got loads of art and craft stuff. You might have loads, but do you have enough?
No, I don't. Well,
We've got a whole workshop of them, and there's never enough. There's always more to be had. The thing is, it's a usable resource, isn't it?
I just need some new watercolour pens. That's all.
Pens? You mean pencils?
Yeah.
You want some new ones? You've got loads there. I gave you all my old ones.
No, so
There's not enough now. You saw my tin. I know what it is. You eyed up my tin. I thought, oh, one of them. That looks better.
only because I don't have all the colours.
But you can make all the colours.
I need more colours. That's what I'm saying.
Right, let's tackle this tail.
You did say I don't.
You've forgotten your sentence, haven't you?
You can never have enough.
That's true.
See?
I did say that, yeah. Using my words against me now. I see.
Your own words.
And then I need to come back to this mane.
I'm nearly done.
Remember what I said about when you're shading, Michael, try and keep the different tones. So try and keep light tones, mid-tones and dark tones. Right. Okay, I'm not displeased with that outline. I think that's a pretty good start. So what I'm going to do I start with the shading or do I put the blue in first? I've got to find the blue I want to use. I think I'm going to go with a really sort of pale blue. And darker tones as well. What colours does everybody else use in? You're shading yours brown, aren't you, Michael? You haven't turned around. Careful. Stay in the lines. I've got some other facts. So sometimes the alicorn is known by other names, such as a winged unicorn. That's what I always thought it was called, to be fair. A ceraptor. That sounds like a dinosaur name, doesn't it?
It is.
A unicis, pegacorn, or unipeg. They are a combination of 3 equestrian races. They're said to have many magical abilities and powers. So the males are believed to have blue-tipped wings, which is what I'm going to try and do, and the females that have shimmery silver wings. The abilities that they are said to have are enhanced agility, speed and strength, levitation, so they can float in the air, obviously. The wings aren't just for decoration. Telekinesis, so they can move objects with their minds. And longevity. Many cultures believe them to be immortal beings. They live forever. Do you know how I know about what I know about alicorns? My Little Pony. I love My Little Pony. I think it's hilarious. The modern ones. So Hannah is using blue. She's saying using pink, purple, blue, and black. Ooh, I like that. And Nan and Emily blue and Freya is pink. Oh, we've all gone sort of similar then. I like that. Joe, thank you. She shared the Mythical group for anyone that wants to find the details of the competition. I know I'll sort of make it up as I went along then. I'll try to do that from memory. Michael's going to join. Well, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to let you win, darling. Sorry, you're excluded.
I could just ask you for more.
You could just, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's easier. I could just do that. They're trying to win something.
So now this is going to be tricky because I'm automatically went to start shading the third brown, but I'm not going to do that. Mel, I'm making mine evil, so you're keeping yours true to what the myths say about it. That's cool. I like that. How are you going to make it look evil? Or are we just saying it is evil? So, right, I'm going to try. I don't know what I'm doing here now. This is all new to me, so I'm going to put some blue tones in.
I don't really need to colour mine in because all the wings are white.
So the wings might be white, but if you use black, then you can create some darker tones to show the different definitions of the feathers. Yeah. So if you look at your reference image, yeah, you can see other colours and you can see darker shades. So you just lightly use the black.
That was my gold one.
Using red, purple, green, and blue mark. I like it. It's dark and red. Yeah, it's funny how we associate red with evil, isn't it? Although I know we reference Harry Potter a lot. Gryffindor is red coloured.
But they're not evil.
No, so they contradict that.
Well, they could be.
Who knows? For the horn, I think I'm going to sort of use almost like a gold tan colour, not to colour it all in, but to just show the creases a little bit, rather than it be just white. Hannah said, you had a background. You could do if you finished, couldn't you? Where would yours be flying this time?
White. There we go.
Michael should get an award for putting up with never being able to enter any of the TT competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can make you a special award. Can I get one too? Because I'm not allowed to enter either.
Well, you can.
Well, I think I would be eliminated just through age, just nothing else.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Whoever
that was Joe said that.
Yeah, whoever doesn't do a TT, like, yeah.
You like that? You like that solution?
Yeah.
So I'm going to follow the shading of the horse where I can see darker shadows. That's where I'm going to put my shading because I'm trying to keep them white. But obviously, you need to look 3D. So on the image where I can see, if I show you, where I can see like here, there's a shadow being cast. That's what I'm going to follow. So I'm not colouring black. I'm just depicting the shadows.
I might be all day doing this.
It's not a bad thing. Better than doing your math homework, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am going to put some shading in the horn as well to make it look 3D. I'm just sticking to one edge of it, the underside, so that it shows a shadow being cast underneath it. I'm spending a little bit of time on the face because I want to give it some character.
There we go. And I've got to do it. And I'm done. Oh, and the background.
My Alicorn is in a flower meadow. Oh, I like that. That gives the impression it's a good guy, not a bad guy.
Mine's in hell.
Yours is in hell. A bit dramatic.
It does look like it's from hell, but I'm going to do it in hell background.
Okay, so fire and brimstone in the background you're having.
Yeah. Oh, I know Minecraft. I have ooh, any ideas. Thank you, whoever said do a background.
My unicorn is a pasture with trees at the back and a sun. Nice. I think we've got a few good guys here, haven't we?
No, mine isn't.
I'm going to put the same colour that I've used in the horn on the hoof, because again, if you look at the reference image, you can see that the hooves are a different colour to the body of the horse.
It's pretty
Satisfying.
Jinx.
Oh, I like what you're doing there, Michael. That looks cool.
Oh no. And then
I wonder, I'm tempted to make this horse a point, as in where he's got the little white socks, I might turn them into the blue that we have in the wing, that will be in the wings when I get there. Just a bit of variation. Now we're doing for time. Half an hour. I might have time.
yeah, okay.
Just give it a go.
So like I've got to keep this one in name. So far.
Sounds like you had a little brainwave there, Michael.
For my other brother, because he loves saying his name. Okay, that's something.
When he's done, could I see his drawing? Of
Okay.
course. We like sharing, don't you, Michael?
Yep. This is a bit a very good name to fit in with what I'm trying. I should do that.
That sounds like another brainwave. You're on a roll today.
You can be made out of like magma and lava.
What, the actual horse?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But the wings, obviously. The body I've already done, so I just do it. I play Minecraft way too much.
Yes, I'd agree with that. You do. So I'm really working on the shadows and the faint lines, but avoiding temptation to shade and colour like the actual body of the horse. Trickier than I thought it was going to be, to be fair. You can't quite see on my reference picture that last hoof. I'm just going to have to sort of wing it. Get it, Michael? Wing it. Get it. That was funny. That was a good pun.
Yeah.
Was that a mum joke?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You could humour me.
I can do better jokes.
Yeah, I know. I'll give up now.
I was actually going to start making a book about jokes.
Writing your own joke book.
Yeah. Like, I've got a Christmas one. And that's it so far.
Let's just start.
I'm in question.
Going for an elemental theme. Oh, I love it. Oh, loads of messages. I've missed them. Erin's done. Of course she is. Erin, I think you're always the first to finish, aren't you? My Alicorn is called Clara. Cute. Look forward to seeing it. Debbie, have you got chicks? I can hear lots of cheeping. No, we've got the door open to our studio. We've got lots of birds. So our lovely neighbour next door, she feeds the birds quite regularly, and I think there's just lots of birds around us. We have got our own quail, but we decided not to incubate this year. Not yet. We've got 8 hens, so we're good for now. So we haven't got any.
We need more hens.
We haven't got any chicks ourselves this year. We normally do. Normally this would be the point of year that we would have chicks.
Are we not going to do any chicks?
So no, I don't know that we need it.
I
Need
do.
them.
Oh no, because if we got 30.
We like the process of doing.
If we got 30 eggs yesterday though, maybe not.
But obviously it takes a lot of work and commitment and
Feed them and try
and finding them home. We've only got room really for a couple more quail. You tend to incubate quite a few because not all of them hatch, and it would be our luck that we'd incubate a few and they'd all hatch, and then
And sometimes they hatch and then.
Sometimes have difficulty, don't they? And it can get it can be quite brutal, really, quite sad sometimes.
Yeah, they don't make it. That's one way.
Mine's called Magic. Good name. It's definitely appropriate.
It's magical then. Magical.
Yeah. What are your Alicorn's magical powers?
Lava. Magma. And I've got a very appropriate name for it too.
Are you sharing?
Hell Killer.
Okay, nice. Lovely.
If it's in hell.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. I'm really trying not to just shade in. I don't want to lose the white of the horse, so I'm really trying just to keep the basic shapes of the shadows and not overdo it, because I can see I'll end up with a grey or black horse eventually if I'm not careful. So I think I'll leave it there for now, and now I'm going to go to the mane. So I said, you know, I'm going to try and get some blue in the tip. So it's going to start off white and then some blue in the tips of the hair. So I'm trying to get in some shading. Again, I don't want it to look like a black mane, so I've got to just do this quite subtly. Oh, Mum's online. Hi, Mum. Nan's online. She's going to have a go at this later. Thanks, Mum. She said it looks good. Oh, that's nice. Oh, 3 generations. Mum knows how to use Facebook. Mum uses it. That's a nice surprise visit.
Yeah.
Mel, thank you. I really enjoyed. Bye. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, Jo will be putting up a post around 6 p.m. So upload your image there between 6 and 9 so that you can get some feedback from me if you want it. Obviously, you don't have to. And if you do want it, I'll give you some guidance on how to improve and tell you what you've done really well.
Instead of rain, I'm doing lava.
Okay. Yeah, nice. So now the towel, again, it's going to be really difficult not to just shade this dark because that's what the picture is showing. So I've got to try and override that and just show some hairlines. Can you tell I'm really not looking forward to doing the feathers?
I didn't do anything.
I always leave it till last. You didn't do the individual feathers?
No. Too tricky.
Too tricky. Just decided opt out of that bit. Not doing that.
I'm doing the background though. So. Which wasn't that hard. Okay, all done.
You finished?
Oh wait, I'm going to sign my name.
You got to sign your name.
Sign my name. Got my name in.
That's good stuff. Okay, the feathers. I'm going to go back to my reference image of the pigeon. Right, I'm going to go with the darker grey being my darker blue. And I'm just going to go for it because I'm running out of time and I want to be able to put the water on as well.
Done.
So I'm just going to potentially rush this bit. following the grey in the reference image. So it's like on the underside of the wing that's closest to us, you've got like the outline of the blue. On this wing, the blue will be showing more. So it's obviously the top side of the feathers on the pigeon that are grey.
I think this is my most imaginative drawing I've ever done.
You did go for it, didn't you, Michael?
Weird drawing though.
There was a lighter blue on the paler grey feathers. I'm rushing, I can tell. But too long yapping at the beginning, didn't I? I hope if I just put this colour on as quickly as possible that I can fix it with a paintbrush in a minute. We'll see. What could possibly go wrong?
I have a fact about narwhals.
Oh, go on, share it, Michael.
Narwhals can be up to 20 feet long and weigh a ton.
Wow, they're massive. I didn't realise they were that big. So 20 foot. So the door frame is just over, what, 6 foot?
Yeah.
There's 3 of those. They're huge.
Oh my God.
I thought they were small. I thought they were like, what's the one that begins with M? Manatees. I thought they were like that.
The male usually has a long tooth.
A long tooth, is that the horn or is it referencing the mouth?
I think that's like, yeah, I think that's the mouth. Yeah, and the narwhals live and swim around the Arctic Circle.
Cold weathers.
Narwhals eat fish, shrimp, and squid. Squid?
Yeah, so probably it's like a dolphin or...
Yeah, carnivores. Wow.
Well, pescatarians?
Yeah.
Because they eat predominantly fish, don't they? Hannah, done. You guys.
That's old. Narwhals can
give me a chance.
Narwhals can live up to 50 years old.
Oh.
That's like...
Yeah, it's quite a decent age for an animal, isn't it?
Narwhals are also called moon whales.
Moon whales?
That kind of makes sense.
Do you think?
It? Narwhals, moon whales.
No, I don't know. Does it say why?
No.
Oh, the horn is its tooth. So is it only the males that have the horn then? I assume they all had them. Maybe not. Put some dark tones in here. Mum, if you do ever go at this, I want to see your work. Make sure you share it.
Oh, here we go. Females almost never have a tusk.
Oh, well then I've just learnt something new today. Females do not have a tusk, almost never. So sometimes they do, but most of the time they don't. Oh, just thinking about it, if anyone is thinking about entering that competition on Twinkle, if you want some more inspiration, me and Michael watched Avatar Way of the Water last night. Oh my word.
That was like...
Visually, it was stunning.
Yeah.
It was stunning. So that would be a good reference point for looking at where you can draw inspirations to create a fantastic beast, effectively, is what we're... And actually, what did they remind you of, a lot of those animals that we saw in the film, Michael?
Narwhals.
Yeah, so there's lots of sea animals. But I thought there was something quite prehistoric about them, quite dinosaur-like as well. So you could look at dinosaurs as, we should have done that. So yeah, we should have included dinosaurs in mythical creatures. Well, in a couple of weeks when we're designing our own, you could look at dinosaurs as well as the general animals.
Look at Avatar. Look at all the animals.
Mum's put she's only uploading it if it's any good. No, that's cheating, Mum. We all have to share, but we don't. It'll be good. You're a good artist.
Also, watch it
watched Avatar Way of the 3D.
Oh,
we missed it at the cinema, and I really feel like it would have been amazing to see it at the cinema. Wanted to go a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, it's the Easter holidays, it's going to be really peoply out there, so we didn't. But I bet it was absolutely stunning in 3D. It is a cool movie. I'd definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when the first one came out. I said I've been waiting about 15 years for this one. But this was obviously technology and CGI and everything has come on even further since then. And I remember when it came out, it was amazing then. But this was just it was a feast for the eyes. Visually, really, really good to watch. So much to see. And it's a long film. It's 3 hours long, but I didn't feel like it was that long. It didn't get boring, if that makes sense.
I've got another fact.
Go on.
Narwhals have been known to swim up to 160 kilometers per day while migrating. This averages about 6.5 kilometers per hour.
Oh, wow.
That's as fast as I can go.
So they're not super speedy.
Yeah. They can.
Mark, it was amazing. I bet it was. I'm a little bit jealous. I don't know if I can find another cinema. I'm tempted to find a cinema in a different way, maybe, that might still be showing it, because I just think missed a trick there.
Yeah. They can hold their breath underwater for 25 minutes.
Cool.
Not quite long, but. They can go 6,000 feet below the surface.
Cool, they can dive quite deep.
Yeah, that is.
And presumably, if that's how fast they can swim and they can only hold their breath for 25 minutes, that's probably what limits them. They get that far and they have to come back to the surface again.
And you know how I said how big narwhals are?
Mm-hmm.
And killer whales and polar bears can eat them.
Aw. Polar bears?
Yeah, polar bears are like...
They're savage, aren't they?
Oh my gosh. That's like... How?
Quite impressive.
Yeah. They can normally have 2 tusks.
2 tusks?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the second one then?
Probably the under one. So under the longer one.
Can you find out?
One.
Can you find out?
Yeah, okay.
I'm intrigued.
So from the upper lip.
Oh, so in their mouth?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's quite a lot of facts then, don't they?
Are they endangered or anything? Can you find that out?
They're probably...
Have a look. Ask.
Yeah.
Ask Google.
Google knows everything.
Other search engines are available.
Was it? Oh no, well, endangered.
Yeah. Oh, put too much water on my paintbrush there. What's that definition?
They're near threatened.
They're near threatened. Oh, so not quite endangered, but not in a great position at the moment.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Are they hunted?
Yeah, they're probably either hunted for their horns.
I don't know. Look it up. It's good to check these things.
Yeah.
It might be that they're struggling to get the right food. It might be that there's too many predators. It might be human intervention because...
Yeah, some humans.
Because generally we do ruin everything as a species.
Yeah, I was right. Tusks and for their meat and skin.
Oh, wow.
In Greenland.
Okay. But it isn't just for tusks, that's something at least, is because people are eating them.
But that is still like a bit...
Not great if they're becoming threatened. I'm done from Pie. Well done, Pie. I look forward to seeing your Alicorn. Did you give him a name? And have you signed your work, Pie?
They can't kill people. So they're not like dangerous.
They're not a threat to people. I wouldn't have thought so, no. Before you go, Pi, if you haven't seen it, or anyone else that's watching, Joe and I are going online on Friday with a special announcement. So we'll only be online for a little while. If anyone's back, it's going to be in the evening. If you can't, at 7 o'clock, I believe. If you can't make that, obviously you can catch up on it at a later date. But it's a special announcement on new things happening at TT. Now there's a possibility I'm going to run out of time in this live to draw along today, but I'm going to do my best. Don't want to rush it because I'm really pleased with this. I'm glad I spent a little bit of time just for self-reflecting and thinking, right, how do I need to improve my artwork? And it was, I was like, I'm rushing that first bit of sketching out the animal, and then it's too late to sort of make corrections if the form isn't correct. So it's so good to keep looking back at your artwork and thinking, what could I do better next time? What am I not too happy with? What could be improved? It's good to get that feedback from other people as well, because sometimes, well, for a start, I think we can be our worst critics and we can go, oh, it's rubbish. But actually, somebody else looks at it and goes, no, it's really good. So it's good to get that feedback. But also, it's good to figure things out yourself as well and have a look and just keep referencing back. And it's a good exercise to look back over the duration of when you started drawing. So you look back, well, Michael, we started this before Christmas, didn't we? We were doing, like, I think it was Fox. Was that the first one we did? If you look at if you find, well, you've got several sketchbooks, so you probably won't be able to find it. And then, if you look back at the Fox image, you'll probably see major improvements. You can see how far you've come along.
I thought that was my best one, though. My Fox.
Oh, really? Have you got it in that sketchbook?
I should, yeah. This is like where I do all my things. That might be another one.
Do the mane, and then I'm going to do the wings last.
I've got my elephant, though.
Elephant was quite a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How does that compare to your drawings now?
Looks like quite good, though. My elephant.
That is cool. But in terms of realism,
yeah.
Does your drawing today look more realistic?
No, I think my Komodo dragon is the best one.
Oh, your actual dragon, the first one we did of this term. Okay, the wings, the dreaded wings, the ones I always put off doing because feathers. Let's go for it. Emily and Freya have asked, can you see Michael's? I will show Michael's right at the end. I'm trying to make sure that I've got time to finish this quickly. But yeah, he likes showing his work. Narwhals are hunted for their tusks, so they're made of ivory, just like elephant tusks. Oh, such a shame.
People being people.
People being people, isn't it? But not that it makes it any better, but the fact that they do make use of their meat is something at least. It's not. I know elephants are hunted purely for their tusks.
The skin's used a bit.
And I imagine if this is in Greenland, they do have limited resources. It's not like they can farm cows or anything, and really grow much up there as well.
No, it's too cold.
It's so they do rely a lot on meat in their diet.
How do they kill them?
Probably with harpoons and stuff like that.
It's quite.
The big animals.
Big, yeah, they must be hard to kill.
Well, you think think again. I don't want to give away anything, but you think of the film we watched last night.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, because narwhals, they most time narwhals, they probably don't kill one a week.
Well, you'd like to think that obviously there'd be a loss on there that would feed the community for a while, but I don't know if they're killing them for the horns, they might kill them more frequently like that for money and trading.
And especially if it's cold, then they would obviously need those skins.
Not in the same way that you're thinking of like furs. It might be that they use the blubber. I don't know. We have to do some more research on it, won't we?
That's what I think. Yeah.
Right, I think I'm going to get this done in time. Look at that again.
Oh, that was like something from like heaven.
Oh, thanks.
It really does, because it's like got all the white and then the blue, hasn't it? And then the gold. Is that gold?
Yeah, gold on the horn and the hooves. I don't think we get finished in time, but it looks like I'm just about going to do it.
And then I love it how this one's like they're both opposite.
Yeah, yeah. Two different extremes.
Yeah.
It's quite funny to put them next to each other. So. Erin says your drawing's good, Pip. Thank you, Erin. You always say that. You're so kind. I'm actually quite pleased with this today. I do find drawing horses tricky. Well, and it's the wings. I find that really tough as well.
Don't worry, mine's way worse.
But what's good to get about these drawings? Don't say that, Michael.
It is. It looks like a wing.
What's good about these draw-alongs is that it's forcing me out of my comfort zone. So I would always avoid, wherever possible, drawing anything with wings. So I've avoided drawing birds. And then in the last, few months, I've had to draw a couple, which is probably more than I've done in the last 20 years. So it's good. It's moving me out of my comfort zone. I think that'll do. I'm going to sign it. As always, it's not finished until it's got your signature on it.
Yeah.
I'll show you mine quickly. So I do think his head's too big for his body still, but it's better than I have been in the past at least. And Michael is the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So we've got a lovely, heavenly, nice unicorn, and then we've got Michael. So he's stayed true to the cultural belief that they are the bad guys. So completely different colour spectrum as well. I loved the way you've added in this other side. And raining, what, lava did you say?
Yeah, lava, and then the blood moon.
Lovely. That's not going to give anyone nightmares, is it? And what's he called? Hail Rider.
Yeah.
Lovely. Look at them. They could be brother and sister, couldn't they? Maybe not.
Maybe not. They can be opposite. Maybe they're gods.
Well done, Michael. Awesome. Good use of imagination. Thank you for joining us today. I've liked this. I feel very chilled and nice. I like it. Next week, we are doing the Chimera, which is going to be 3 animals again. So it's another challenge. I think it's going to be really tricky, this one. So again, I'll put reference images in the Facebook event, but if you want to bring your own reference images, please do so. Thank you for all the compliments. Mum says they're both great. Jill, Emily and Freya say well done. Debbie, we love Michael's, blah, 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 blah. Awesome. Thank you. It's been awesome. And like I say, Joe and I are going to be live on Friday with a special announcement at 7 o'clock. For anyone, even if you just want to come say hello, that would be nice. So see you soon. I hope you have a lovely week. The weather's looking better down here. So we're going to go out to an animal park in a minute for lunch, aren't we?
And the big slide.
And the big slide, Elliot's just walked in. We're going down the big slide. They've got a new park and we haven't been able to try it out yet because, like I say, it opened in Easter and it was just far too people out there for me. So we're going to go make the most of the day. So see you later.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thanks for joining us.